highest hierarchical order. Okay. Then from this top management, from the top hierarchical order, highest hierarchical order, then the authority will move from the top to the middle hierarchy order. Okay, from the middle hierarchy order go to the bottom hierarchy order. So we have this explain the hierarchical order of the power of authority. Okay, then remember in the group of workers, so of course we have the workers are grouping based on the task. The workers are grouping based on the task. Okay, for example, the group of packaging staff. Okay, they have to report to the packaging manager. Okay, and we have a group of marketing staff have to report to the marketing manager. Okay, and group of production staff, group of production operators, they have to report to the production manager. So we this hierarchical order explains how the group of people going to do their reporting, how they will receive the order, the job order. Okay, and in general we have three type of hierarchical order. Okay, maybe this hierarchical order is based on the function based hierarchical order, or the hierarchical order can be based on the geographical based on the location. Okay, based on the region. Okay, or based on the branches or the zone of the operation company. Maybe we have the manager in charge the Malaysia department, Malaysia zone. Maybe we have manager to in charge Sumatra Utara zone. Maybe we have manager to in charge Batam Island zone. So we have the hierarchical structure based on the geographical location. Okay, so this geographical location not only based on the location, okay, but it also can relate to the based on the suku kaum, religiosity. For example, okay, we have manager to in charge the Muslim market. We have the manager to in charge China's market. We have the manager to in charge maybe Turkish market or Saudi market. Okay, so we can arrange the hierarchical structure based on geographical location or geographical religion of our customer. Okay, because in the global marketing, we are not only producing the product to the Muslim customer. Maybe we have also to supply the product to the non-Muslim customer. So it can be the region. Okay, can be the region or can be the geographical location. Okay. Next, we also can have a hierarchical by product. Maybe this product A just for the female, product B just for men. So we can have the structure based on the product. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is an example of the structure. Okay, we have Mickey Davis. So under Mickey Davis, we have the another 4 maybe geographical location. Another 4 product can be, or can be the product can be 4 categories of customers. Okay, can be based on category of customer, can be based on the product, can be based on the geographical, or can be all this explained by the 3 type categories of hierarchical structure. Okay, next. Okay, next we move to the metric structure. Okay, so what is the basic meaning of metric structure? So this metric structure explains the reporting relationship in the form of metric or in the form of grid of reporting. Okay, this is considered new. This is not about the relationship between top management to the lower management. or from the lower management to the middle management. But this is about the scenario whereby we have reporting, maybe two or more officers have to report to one manager. So it's like a metric structure. It is like a metric structure. Okay. For example, all engineers may be in one engineering department and report to an engineering manager, but some engineers may be assigned to report to the quality department. Okay, let's say one engineers have to report to the manufacturing manager, and he or she also must report to the quality manager. So that means there are two link of reporting for one staff. So if this happens, so then we call it metric organizational structure. We call it metric organizational structure. In other words, we can say one staff have to report to two managers. One staff have to report to more than one managers. Can be two managers, can be three managers. Okay. So that is the meaning of a metric structure. Okay. Okay. All right. Next slide. Okay. Just now is the diagram showing how one manager, one staff have to report to two managers. There is a linkages, there is a networking, there is a link of power, there's a link of authority between one manager to two staff, two workers. Okay, from this diagram you can see the example. Okay, next slide. Okay. Next, we go to the next type of structure. So what we call it? Horizontal structure. This is very simple actually. This is about the basic structure. Can be horizontal, can be vertical. Okay. This is mostly adopted by small companies. Okay, but it is impossible for the big company or larger companies to practice this, because if big manager, we have more branches, we have more specialization, and we need more staff and more big numbers of customers. So in case of we have a big numbers of customers, and we have to cover very large span of management, span of marketing. So this structure is not very efficient. Okay, so maybe in the big company we can use a metric structure. Okay, so in this this is the example of horizontal structure. Okay, next, the diagram just now. Okay, next, you can see from this diagram. Okay, there is a element of horizontal movement of the power. You can see. Okay, from the left side to the right side, there is still a link. There is still a reporting between left side of job position and right side of job position. So this is horizontal. Okay, but only for the small company only. Okay, next slide. Okay, now we go to the network structure. Okay, network organizational structure help visualize the both internal and external relationship between managers and top level management, and that not only hierarchical but also more decentralized, not only less hierarchical, okay, but more on the decentralized. Okay, that means in some situation, okay, not all decision made by top management. Sometimes the decision must be made by the particular region, by the particular demographic, by the particular geographical area. Okay, because only the manager in charging the region can understand the culture, can understand the detail about the customer. Okay, so they can practice decentralized. When they practice this decentralized, so this structure we call it network structure. We call it network structure. Okay, and the idea here is to to link between internal and external. To link between internal and external. Okay. All right. Using a network organization structure is sometimes disadvantageous because it is very complex. So this network structure is very complex because we talk about the relationship between internal and external. Of course, they cannot share the same problem because the problem happen in the among the internal staff is very unique, and the problem facing by the external staff also very alien to the internal staff. Okay, this is about network structure. Okay, about the relationship between internal and external. Okay, next slide. Okay, next slide is about the. This is the example of the diagram showing the network structure. So we have network A, network B, network C. Okay, based on how many network we have. All right. So you can draw this structure in order to explain your network structure. Okay, next. All right. Number 5, we have divisional structure. Okay, divisional structure. What is divisional structure? Okay, based on this division can come based on, for example, in Malaysia we have very large plantation. We have very large plantation in Malaysia. Okay, similar to the Sumatra, and also now also move towards very larger size of estate or plantation activities. Okay, because due to the bigger size of this plantation, so we need to divide the structure based on division. Okay, for example, division A just Batam, division B just Sumatera Utara, Winsu, yeah, I friend Winsu. Another division Sumatera Selatan, another division Gorontalo, Gorontalo, another division Bengkulan, another division maybe we have Ciputat division. So based on the division, we have Kuala Lumpur division, Johor division, Kedah division, Southern Thailand division. We have Bandar Iskandar in Johor division. We have State of Pahang division. So all this division is properly planned in order to manage to focus on the division division activities, business division. Okay, based on geographic or can be based on the product. So product A, division A just for the male product. Division B for female product. Okay, division A just for manufacturing base. Division B for the traditional process base. So we can divide this division based on geographical or based on the process. The process activities. Okay, and the most popular division structure is in the multi-divisional type of business. Multi-divisional type of business. Okay, and the failure of the one company, one division will not affect another division. The failure of one division does not affect the other division because they are running the business separately. So they have their own division and region, and they are separate, and the failure of division 1 doesn't affect the failure of division 2. Okay, so right, next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is example of division. Okay, we have division A, we have division B, we have division C, and normally in Malaysia for the plantation company, the big plantation company, we have a Guthrie, we have a Samdebi. So all this arrangement is based on the division. Okay, all right, next slide. Okay, this is also another simple understanding structure. We call it line structure, line structure. Okay. So line structure is one of the simple type of structures. Okay. Its authority flow from the top to the bottom. Okay. The flow of authority from the bottom, top to the bottom. Okay. The chain of command, and each department head has control over their department. And the self-contained department structure can be seen as its main characteristic. Independent decision can be taken by line officers because of its unified structure. The main advantage of a line organization structure can be identified as one of the effective communication, because communication is very effective in the line structure because they are very close each other. Okay, from the top management to the lower management, from the supervisor to the manager, from supervisor to the line leader to the production staff, operators. So it is very clear structure, and the communication is very good between this line organization structure. Okay, next. The next slide. This is example of the line structure. Okay, most of the diagram, when there is a relationship between bottom to the top, it is simply explain the line structure in organization. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, the last structure in organization is a team-based structure. This is a new new modified name of structure. Okay, this team-based, the point is they have a structure based on the team. Okay, based on the team. Okay, so team-based organization structure are made of team working towards a common goal while working on their individual tasks. Okay, they have different tasks and different group. Okay, focus on their own task, on the special target. Okay, they are less hierarchical. They are more flexible structure. Okay, and team in organization structure have changed the way many industries work. Globalization has allowed people in all industries around the world to produce a good and service cooperatively, especially manufacturing companies. Okay, manufacturing companies, they are more tied to the team base, because normally when we want to produce one item, manufacturing item, we have produce and manufacture the item based on the group, based on the combination of people and machine. So this unit, we call it, this unit, what we call, this unit, we call it as a team-based structure. Okay, team-based structure. Because everybody have to focus on one special activities. For example, in manufacturing, let's say we have rework department. We have reject department. This department only focus on the reject part. So this team only focus on the redo the process, or make the we call it rework the process. They receive all the reject item, then they put together in one group, and they try to specialize each type of rejection, and they work for the improvement. They work for to achieve the quality as expected. So we have a rejection team. In manufacturing team, we have, let's say we want to produce a car. Okay, so you have department A only to focus on the we call it the tire, the wheel. So this department A focus on the wheel manufacturing. So they have this expertise, and all the team there must focus on the solve the problem in that particular task. Okay, so team global has allowed people to all industry to focus on the team and around the globe while keeping the cost to a minimum while producing a high quality product. So all the team, for example, one of the example of a team in organization, we call it quality team. So this quality have more power to think about the quality, maintain about the quality, and this team quality have a relationship to other team in the organization, because they have to coordinate to all the team, all the group in the organization, in the company. Okay, all right, next. Okay, this is the example of team. We have only few numbers of manager to in charge the team. Okay, because the focus is very deep. All right, next. Okay, we have discussed a 7 type of categories of structure. Okay, in the basic, as I mentioned just now, as a basic role of a structure is to implement. The basic purpose of designing the structure is to ensure that the company operation is according to the schedule, is in line to the schedule, is in line to the planning. Okay. In order to ensure that the activities in line to the schedule and in line to the direction, so the management have their own decision to structure the organization. That's why we have a matrix structure, we have a hierarchical structure, we have a matrix structure, we have, let's now we talk about the structure by region, the structure by the geographical location, by division. All this decision is made by the management in order to ensure all the process, all the SOP is followed. To ensure all the SOP are in line to the targeted or direction of the company. Okay, so there is another sharing about the best practice for this structure. Okay, since the organization chart is a graphical presentation of the relationship, and it also can indicate the flow of data. It also indicates the responsibility, the level of responsibility. And this structure also indicates the reporting relationship. Okay. And that's why the management have to decide very good structure in order to achieve the goal of organization. Okay. And to make sure the chart in the structure really meaningful and useful. Really meaningful and useful. That means when the management have planning, organizing, leading, controlling, so this structure ensure what the company plan is achieved. What to organize is well done. What to control, the quality is achieved. Certain level of quality. The motivation, manpower, control. We have 4M. Controlling the motivation, the manpower, controlling the money, monetary aspect, controlling the method aspect, controlling the method. So all this must be controlled and in line to the structure that we choose. So when you have a company student one day, maybe you have to decide which structure are most appropriate to your company. If you're a small company, what structure to implement? If you are a big company, what structure to implement, to choose? This is the formula. Okay, what structure we choose, what structure we like to prefer and to practice in our organization is depend on the maybe many factors, depend on the size of the company, based on the capital of your company, based on your operation, okay, based on your scope, marketing of your company. Is it local market only or is it the global market? So all these questions you have to answer. Okay, are you? Okay, next. Okay, next slide. Yes, so we have to divide the border. Okay, when we have this structure, we know which is the border. Manager A limitation, what is the limitation of manager A? Manager A. So what is the limitation of manager B? So what is the limitation of manager C? Okay, so we have to set what is the border, what is the limitation. Okay, and if we have very big subsidiaries, maybe we have many branches all over the world, maybe we can choose we can divide the structure based on the product. We can divide the market the structure based on the location of our customer. Okay, so this is this organization explain the chart. Okay, and can be complex. Can explain about the interrelationship. Okay, next. Okay, so in terms of grouping the staff, grouping the manpower, everybody must very sensitive and aware about the job scope. Okay, so everybody must follow. So must follow the rule, must follow the hierarchical order. Okay, we cannot cross the hierarchical order. Okay, so everybody must follow. Okay, must then very easy to very success. Our structure is very efficient. Sensible grouping is done based on how individual job function or activities are differentiated and aggregate. So we have to know the role and the limitation of the staff and the group, the team responsibilities. And then of course there is a term we call it the emotion at the workplace. Of course we have to not to become more emotional. Okay, so we have to more focus on the more rational. So the structure explain the rationality. The structure explain the formality and the rational thinking of the management. So we cannot be emotional with the team, cannot be emotional with the hierarchical order. So everybody have to follow. We try to minimum the emotional, we focus on the rational. So why the rational? The rational is what? Based on our structure decided by the management. Okay, next. Is there any slide anymore? Ah, yes, actually the slide is finished. Okay. Yeah, another more. Okay, sorry. This is the linkages, the linking. So this structure explain about the linking. Okay, we have a group. Yeah, maybe the linking is between the department. Department A, department B, department C. How to link the department? Of course, we go back to the previous topic. It is about element in organization. So what is this element talk about? This element talk about the role of coordination, the coordination activities in the organization. Okay, how to coordinate? There's a structure. There's a structure. We cannot simply decide to do the coordination without following the structure. Okay, so there's a term we call it integration mechanism. Integration. So linking is about integration. Okay, linking about the cross unit group. Okay, so linking about the integrator role, the integrator project. Okay, so the coordinating is something task and job happen in the structure. In the structure, for example, if you see about there is a structure called horizontal structure. Okay, in horizontal structure, coordinating is very important because you want to ensure all the activities are following the schedule, all activities in line with the Gantt chart. So that's why there's the element of coordinating something. Activities is important in the structure. Okay, but coordinating is not part of the structure, but coordinating is one of the activities to strengthen the structure. Okay, so when we have a coordinating, of course there is a element of we call it there is element of information information drainage, perkongsian maklumat, information sharing. Okay, so why this information sharing important? Because this information sharing is about the guidance, garis panduan, the guidance how, and the right direction how, why. So this is this information is delivered through a coordination between the unit, between the department. There is element of structural thinking. Okay, the structure, the coordination is very structured. Okay, next slide. Do you have a slide? No more. Nomor slide. Did it? All right. So as a summary, this our lesson today highlight 7 type of structures. Okay, 7 type of structures, and then the role of how to make this structure realize in our organization. Okay, all the structures selected must support the direction of the industry. Okay, so now I open to the question, please. Yes, is there
Okay.
any? Yes.
Any questions, students?
Yes.
First question from Kansa, please.
Thank you for the opportunity you gave
All right.
me.
Okay.
I want to ask the question. With various types of organizational structure that have been described, what factors are considered in determining the form of organizational structure to be used of organization?
Okay, thank you, Kansa. Okay. As a basis to develop the structure, to choose the structure of organization. What is the basis? Okay. There are so many factors might affect in deciding our structure. Okay, as I mentioned just now, we have to come up with very good the research or study about. First, we have to answer. We have to make a survey. Maybe we have to answer, what is our product? What is our product? Who is our market? Who is our market? Where is the market for our product? Okay, and how many of our staff involved in our company? Okay, how many staff? What product? Or which market to focus? So based on this, and what is the list of job? Okay, so based on this question, then only we can come up with the structure. Okay. For example, let's say our product, we have many products. We have variety of product. Okay, we have variety of product. So what we have to do, we have to arrange the structure based on the product. Okay, if we have many products. But if we have only one product, so we can design our structure based on the very simple one. We can choose line structure because it's very simple. Okay, is it okay? Okay, we have to answer many questions. All right, thank you. Okay, now next, Rokma. Yeah, Rokma, please.
Thank you for Thank you for the opportunity. First of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Faiza Rama Sefiani from class A, and I want to apologize because my English is not perfect, sir. I want to ask, what is the difference between organizational structure and corporate governance structure? Because when I check on the internet, the shape of the structure and the contents is similar, even almost the same. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rokma Sifani. Okay, actually, if we go through the internet, we have many very wide term in explaining the structure. Okay, we have to see, we can find that there are so many terms they might use. Okay, so it depends actually. It is either corporate structure or organization structure is not important, but actually this structure explain the job matching, explain the activities. Okay, why we use corporate? Because a corporation is very big company if we compare to the enterprise. Okay, so this corporate is a big company. So of course, you know, when the big company situation, of course we need the very unique company structure, because corporate is represented by the big numbers of the industry, variety product of the industry. Okay, that is represented by corporate. So the way we managed to design the structure for corporate, of course, different. Because when we use corporate, that means the company is very big, large company, and normally the product is global. The product is global and all over the world. And the number of customers is very big. Okay, so when we have a very big company, very high numbers of customers, so the term you can use is a corporate structure. Okay, but normally if we focus on the organization structure, we don't know, maybe the company is big or small. But if we use the corporate structure, that means we know we're known that the company is very big, and the structure is more detailed. We can choose a divisional based structure, we can choose regional based structure, or we can choose a religion based structure. All right, is it okay, Rahma? Okay, thank you, Rahma. Okay, next. Henny, yes. All right, Henny. Yes, Henny. Okay, or anybody in the line? Ya, silakan.
Any more questions, student?
Ya, silakan. Nah, jika ada lagi.
Any? Okay, Henis Tianisi.
Silakan, yes.
Thank you. Let me to
Yeah.
introduce myself. My name is Henis Tianingsi. I want to ask about what is the difference between traditional hierarchical.
Okay, thank you. You mean the traditional hierarchical and the modern hierarchical? Okay. So actually, the term hierarchical is well known as we can understand this hierarchical is like a line, vertical line of structure. Okay. The traditional one, we have only in the line, maybe we have only 2%. Maybe we have 2%. Traditionally, basically we have only 2%. Okay. So who are the 2%? Only boss and the staff. Okay, manager and the follower, only 2%. But in the modern definition of hierarchical modern, so it is not only between the vertical line, but there is element of horizontal. This horizontal line come together. This horizontal line come together in to the vertical. So let's say like this. Okay. So we have one line, vertical line. Okay. Then we have another crossing, another like this. Okay, can you see this? Okay, we have a crossing. Okay. So the modern hierarchical, we have line and crossing horizontal structure. Now, this is the modern one. It's a combination of vertical and horizontal. But the traditional line, traditional hierarchical, only we have one line, vertical line. Okay, we have very traditional one, only vertical line, manager and subordinate. But in the modern hierarchical, we have manager, subordinate, and also we have a crossing horizontal link, okay, between the vertical. Is it okay? Any?
Thank you, sir.
All right, welcome. Okay, next.
Next question.
Yeah, Putri, if you have any question. Putri Afifah.
Sir. Yeah, okay, sir. I want to ask.
Ya, silakan.
Okay, thank you for the time. I want to ask, in making an organization chart, what parts should not be missed and should be in the organization chart?
Again, what is what? What is in the yes?
In making an organization chart, what
Mhm.
parts should not be missed and should be in the organization chart?
Okay. Again, similar to the first question. Okay, when we want to design the chart, okay, the most important element and aspect we have to understand is what is the what is the focus of this call it the person and job. What is the focus and person and job matching? So what is the focus? What is the expertise? What is the expertise of managers? What is the requirement of the managers? Okay, based on this, and also is it in line to our company? The expertise and the skill must in line to our company operation. We have a list of operation. We have a list of activities. Okay. For example, the company need a structure to run and to do a marketing. Let's say our company is very small company and our company is marketing based. So in designing the structure, of course, we will hire a people with a marketing skill, because without marketing skill, we cannot hire the people with accounting skill. Okay, so when first to design the structure, we must have a manpower. We must have a manpower, list of manpower, a group of manpower. So then we decide what is our activities. Let's say we want to design a marketing structure, a marketing manager, okay, in one unit team. So we have to hire the manager with a marketing skill and expert. Let's say you want to design a structure for manufacturing team, manufacturing section. So we must have a manager with a engineering skill, technology skill. Okay, then we must hire the people which have a machine skill. So in designing the structure, we have to really understand what is our activities of organization. Okay, we know the activities, and then we find the expert person to in charge the activities. Then only we design the structure. We design the structure based on what we are going to run in our business. Okay. Thank you, Putri. Is it okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. And any more question?
Any more questions, student?
Yes.
Any more?
So the main point is the way what design structure we are going to use. Okay, the question is what will depend on what is our business. Based on is the size of our business. Small business, we need very simple structure. Big business, big numbers of company, high capital, we need very unique structure. That is the key point. That is the guidance. Very simple. Okay. So and also based on the scope of our marketing. We want to focus on local market only. Maybe our structure is very simple. We want to focus on the overseas market. Maybe the structure are more unique and more systematic. So all this all this about the communication. It is about the coordination activities in internal and external staff in the company. Okay, so good structure, we come back, the outcome is very good achievement. Okay, very bad structure, make a wrong choose of the structure, maybe our operation is not really efficient. Okay, any more?
Any more student? Okay, maybe today is enough for lecturing. Thank you, Dr. Samsudin. Thank you for providing knowledge about organizational structure. Very useful for students. See you next week, sir. We are looking forward to studying with you next week. Okay, thank you, Dr. Samsudin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.